Yay, it says I am live. Hopefully, you are doing well. It's a pretty cloudy day here, the meeting place of heaven and earth. Was just told by a friend yesterday who checked the weather that on Tuesday, which is the hopefully you can hear me okay. I forgot my headphones, so anyways, I was told that the weather isn't supposed to be so favorable like on Tuesday. So we'll see how it fares for the full moon. It's a full moon. It's my birthday. It's like the harvest moon. There's supposed to be a partial lunar eclipse. I think it's a super moon as well. There's like a bunch of things that are happening on Tuesday. So it'll be interesting to see all of the different energies and what happens. I've kind of been pulling for an event that was more low key with less people, and if it's raining or even snowing, there's not going to be a bunch of drummers or people in general. And I've told you before, like last year, that was pretty much one of my favorite. Well, one of my favorite events of all time was when there was like barely nobody out there, and we all just kind of got to chat and really bond. I guess I don't necessarily mind the drum circle loudness, but it's not my preference at all. So yeah. Hey David D, how's it going? David says, "Hi, looking good. Oh, thanks. I got this shirt yesterday as a birthday gift from the Veg Fest. Woo! My body is not a graveyard. It even says go vegan on the. I'm backwards. I'm like trying to look in them. Anyways, so cool. Um, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I went down to Sacramento to check out the vegan festival there, and I was kind of surprised at how small the event was in general. Sorry, I'm just gonna send Kyle the link because I got some presents to open from him today. Um, but yeah, there was quite a few different food vendors there. The one that I was drawn to myself was called Vegan Circus, and they made like corn dogs and burgers and funnel cakes and churros and pretzels with cheese and like all of these really awesome things that you can have at a carnival, at a fair, whatever, in vegan versions. So that was really cool for me. One of the first jobs that I even had was working at fairs, like in a French fry and lemonade stand. So definitely, I don't know, fairs are something that I really enjoy going to. And we should definitely have them in the future, but obviously we need to separate the fun aspects, the rides, the food, all the stuff from the animals, and have fun in a way that is beneficial for all of us. So, hey Kyle, how's it going? Kyle says, "I'm here, woohoo!" David D says, "Are we going to hear more about what you channeled today?" We'll see. Let's hold off on that for just a minute until things set. It's really loud in here, so I don't know if I want to talk about that. Um, until at least it's a little bit quieter and we can focus on it. But we'll come back to that. You think it'll be a smaller crowd on the full moon? Yeah, like I said, kind of. I'm hoping for that. So you can kind of. I don't know if you'll be able to see outside, but it's pretty gloomy out there, and the umbrellas are not. Probably need to be taken down before they start flying away. Anyways, fair needs to be veganized for sure. Yes, awesome. All right, Kyle said he's here. So Kyle wanted me to open these gifts on. Are you in a safe spot that I can open these really quick, or should I wait for a minute until you can park or something? Or I don't know what you would like to do. I want to talk more about my Sacramento trip as well. I just got home. I'm all good. Oh, is it an early day for you or what? So I guess it's 3 there. Da, da, da. So Kyle sent me some birthday gifts here. I still haven't sent yours, Kyle. I apologize. I've been a little bit preoccupied this week. I'm preparing for the full moon event, and I also just went down to Sacramento yesterday, so it's like the place to be today. It looks like there's a group that's forming behind me. Do not cut. Oh no. Oh, look at this. A whole package of tea. He recently asked me if I was out of tea because he sent me some for Valentine's Day. So let's see See how long that lasts. Thank you, Kyle. That's cool. I love tea. Oh, I'm also drinking from the cup that you sent me too. Yeah, Kyle, I am slacking, all right? So you'll just have to bear with me, all right? Like getting in these people's. Pull myself away a little bit. Sweet. There we go. I think I'll shift this way a little bit too so they're not actually in my screen. Ooh, look at that gloomy weather behind me. Doesn't that look wonderful? All right. Kyle says that shirt looks great on you. I want one. Yeah, it was. There's just a few vendors actually, like selling actual products there. But yeah. Ooh, yay! These are torch deck clamps, and while you might not find this exciting, these are important for my full moon events. I have like string lights that I put up between the tables, and these hold up poles that make it happen. So this allows me to add another table to my buffet. Super stoked about that because more people are, I guess, hearing about my events for the first time, and wanting to contribute in some way. And I'd like to open it up so that vegans are able, if they want to bring fruit or a specialized dish or something, that they can feel like they're helping as well. And I need another table for that. Right now I have 4 tables. So, and that's just of my own food that I'm bringing. So expansion is exciting. Anyways, let's open this other gift. Thank you, Kyle. I think next year I'm going to be investing in some metal pools that I'm going to, I talked before about putting glow-in-the-dark stars on the actual pools themselves, so they look really nice. They're like black pools, glow-in-the-dark stars. And then also I bought some glow-in-the-dark paper that I can print my own anything on, and I wanted to print little Cassie stickers and put her like somewhere on one of the pools, and then eventually have like a stuffed animal of her made that I could like give to whoever finds her first on this. I don't know, just little thing that, I don't know, makes it a little bit more special than it already is. Ooh, what is this? A selfie stick. Nice. This will help in my on the field journalism work. I was actually planning on going live yesterday at the festival, but it kind of ended up being a little bit less big than I thought it was going to be. Which isn't really a good excuse, but it was kind of cool because there was a few different sanctuaries there that I got to talk to, and they're a little bit further than the one that I took you to before, Kyle, but they have cows, so I'm stoked about that. I'd really love if there was a sanctuary here. I mean, ultimately, I'd like to have my own sanctuary. Sorry if it's really loud, but yeah. It'd be cool to have a sanctuary closer that has cows because I love cows. So, ooh, this has a little remote thing too. Nice. No lie, I was looking into how to make Cassie a plushie for you. Aw, that's really nice. Yeah, I was looking into it before, but it's like kind of expensive. Ultimately, I want to be able to order more. So if I can find a company to work with that can do it, but it's just a decent size investment money, and there's other things to prioritize right now, but that would be really cool in the future to have those to like just give out. Yesterday at the Saptown Veg Fest, I got to meet a bunch of different people. One of them was from a Vegan Chef Challenge, and I'm hoping you guys can potentially do it in your area too. Go to veganchefchallenge.org. This is mainly on this side of the country. I'm not sure if she mentioned any on the east side, but they basically find representatives and Like, so if I was one of them, I would contact them and say, hey, I want to get this started in Mount Shasta City. And they'll actually send me like brochures and stuff. And my job would be to go and go around to various restaurants and ask them if they would be willing to participate and put on for 1 month in October, make a new vegan meal and basically see how it goes. And it would be promoted through the Chef Challenge. So all of the vegans at least would be aware of it. And then essentially see how well the option does. And if it does well, they'll keep it on their menu. And the guy that was originally telling me about it said that they've had success with multiple restaurants keeping things on the menu for that. So this is super exciting to spread veganism. And so if you are feeling interested, I don't know, again, I'm not sure if it's on the east side, but Vegan Chef Challenge, I personally want to get it started in Mount Shasta City. So I'm going to look into that myself. But anyways, I don't know why I got off track onto talking about that because, I was thinking about being able to pass out like Cassie plushies essentially at the farmer's market and other locations to spread veganism. And one of the people that was at the thing yesterday were from Supreme Master Television, and they do a vegan world prayer every day, 1 hour. The timing kind of stinks because it's from Hong Kong. So for me, it's like 5 a.m. But this is really cool. They had like a bunch of books, and this is a veg starter guide. It has different recipes and stuff. They had all of this. From crisis to peace, the organic vegan way is the answer. Love is the only solution. This little book that has a bunch of different stuff about veganism. And anyways, long story short, they ended up sending me home with this huge bag of like a whole bunch of the stuff that I can give out at my events. And they also basically gave me their contact information so that I can get more for free. And I got to be on TV. I haven't actually, their TV right now, like real TV. But I was actually interviewed for their broadcast. I'm not sure if it already aired or if it was live or what. I haven't got to see it yet. But yeah, it was really cool. They asked me questions like, why I went vegan, how I feel differently being vegan, what I wish I knew before I went vegan, how veganism can change the world around us, society, and the actual physical world. So that was really cool to have that kind of exposure and get to talk about that. And their website is suprememastertv.com. So if you want to see me, I'll probably go and try to find out what it was and if I can download it and upload it here. So we'll see about that. What else do I have in my bag? I also picked up this little incredible facts on how kids can be superheroes for animals. Any of you that watched the Christspiracy documentary filming where we got to like have the chat with the producers saw the little girl go up and ask, how can I be a hero for animals? So I wanted to pick one of these up for her specifically, but I also got my own copy. And finally, from that, I got this Compassionate Holidays brochure and picked up a few of them too, because I have officially gotten a green light for the location for the Shasta Vegan Community Thanksgiving meal. It's going to be at the same place that I hosted the Christspiracy viewing party. There's, the sanctuary area that you kind of were able to see, but they also have other rooms in there that I'm going to be able to decorate, and also have some sort of like, the sound system set up so where after we eat, we can go in there and like people can play music, they can sing a song, they can share maybe a poem, they can whatever, like open mic karaoke type fun. So super stoked about that. And yeah, Carol says a whole bag of vegan goodies. Yeah, they were actually handing out individual bags as well. So everyone that passed by got this like little brown paper bag that had like basically at least these 4 things. There was like 3 or 4 different types of vegan snacks in there as well. And they were interviewing other people too for their show. So like they were really going full force of, passing out the vegan stuff. And it's a really awesome blessing that they hooked me up already with the stuff that they gave me. And yeah, I'm stoked. I've spoken before about like getting a table set up at the farmer's market and having like a video of like maybe some graphic vegan propaganda playing on one side, and like be able to talk to people about this and give out free food at the farmer's market to basically get the word out there. So these connections are super exciting, to have free resources to spread the word. So super stoked about that. And there's also another birthday thing that I have here from Bob. Hey, Bob, I'm not sure if you're here. Kyle, yeah, SupremeMasterTV.com. Perfect. So yeah, also if you guys can like their pages and stuff on Facebook or whatever they got going on. I haven't gotten myself around to that, but super nice people. And that's so cool that they do this, Unite for Veganism 1 hour prayer every day. Like, that's amazing. So anyways, Bob's gift. Thank you, Bob, for these. So I got some books. Interesting and incredible true story of contact with beings from another world and spiritual awakening. Super interesting topic there. Most of the people that are watching me are flat earthers, and we would say that aliens are from another dimension. These entities were here long before us. To them, we are the aliens, we're the invading species. And they're, that kind of leads into the species war that's going on all around us. I'll get back to Bob's gift in a second, but to talk a little bit more about the stuff that was channeled to me, essentially the Islamic story is that when God created Adam, he made this clay, essentially the physical vessel, right? He made this physical vessel of what Adam would be, put it in front of all of the angelic beings, the jinn, all of the species that existed, and basically was like, ta-da, look at this amazing, creation that I made, bow to it, worship it, whatever. And Satan had an issue with that. Satan didn't have an issue with, worshiping God. God's his creator too. They actually say that he was God's like number one angel before humans were created, like his number one guy, all this good stuff. And the issue that he had was with essentially respecting humanity and kind of, jinn are superior, all this stuff. So essentially there was a conversation that happened during this time about between God and Satan that was determining how much Satan should respect humans. And essentially Satan said, I'll never bow to humans. And God was like, all right, challenge accepted. And that kind of started off this controlled battle, right? They're not actually at odds with each other on a personal level. They're just at odds with humanity and how humanity should be treated or viewed. And basically the story goes that God said, I will hide myself in humanity, and I will be there. So when they connect to that attachment, when they decide to, turn towards their own true divinity and acknowledge that and try to become that instead of this filth that we are programmed to, eating junk, watching junk, just consuming junk all the time and being junk, right? Like you become what you eat, you become what we're programmed to. And humanity isn't impressive. So obviously, this jinn aren't going to bow to us as anything superior, because look at us, look at what we're eating, look at what we're doing and how we're behaving. But when we tap into that true divinity, when we focus on what God's will is for us, and become the perfect versions of ourselves, that's when Satan will respect us. And that's kind of this ongoing battle between God and Satan, this pulling in us, right? That little voice that tells you, what you're doing is wrong. Like we all know right from wrong, right? And there's this battle between good and dark that's going on. And that's essentially what it is. God's trying to pull us over to the good side and Satan's trying to pull us out of the bad side. And it can get really overwhelming because there's like a lot of demons, right? There's the gluttony demon. There's there's lust, there's gambling, there's lying, there's cheating, there's all of these different things, and they can attack us at the same time. Um, and the key, at least for me, is kind of acknowledging all of these different factors and kind of taking them on one at a time and being graceful with myself, but also firm, I guess. Not letting it be an excuse, like, oh, I'm under demonic attack, so let's just give into it. It's like, no, I need to acknowledge this, that there's this temptation or whatever, and I need to not do it. And that's kind of what I've been promoting for years, becoming the best versions of ourselves so that we can be proud of ourselves and change the world. So, yeah. I'll let you know if anything more is channeled to me on that front. But it's interesting to think about the species war that's going on. Ultimately, as I've said before, there's only one heavenly father and one earthly mother. So there are sisters and brothers no matter what, no matter how jealous they are of us and the attention that we get from the creator, that we're center stage and they're not. Like, they're still our brothers and sisters. And they know at the end of the day that the mother continuing to exist is in their best interest as well, because they want to continue to exist. So we can find that common ground, and everyone becomes the best versions of themselves, and now we're all good. We're having a golden age, and the story ends happily ever after. Isn't that what we all want? Happily ever after. David G says, most children want to be a hero supporting animals, not the monster that eats them. Yeah, children need to be aware of this reality, not just veganism. They need to be taught the truth about flat Earth and the true nature of reality. I agree completely. And, the whole schooling system needs to change, and that's kind of where it starts. Well, it really starts with us and changing to veganism, because we can't change anything else unless we change that. And over time, as the golden age starts, then we can change the schooling system and the programming and everything so that children aren't getting taught lies. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I was just thinking about that this morning. Like, I don't know. I started my awakening process in 2015. So it's been a lot. And I mean, at the beginning, a lot came to me. Like, it was like flat Earth, Torah following. I woke up about the inverts. Like, I basically took it all in at the kind of at a surface level very quickly at the beginning, and over time I've learned more, and like, oh wow, that's like amazing, and just kind of everything has confirmed things, and just more evidence gained. But like, for people that are just coming into all of this stuff, it's very overwhelming, and it's like, wow, you are really crazy. So yeah, focusing on veganism is kind of what I've been worried about, as you guys already know. I'm kind of starting to ramble on here. Respect must be earned. Yeah. So, Kyle, that was yesterday. It was September 14th that they were down there. So let me know if you find the link of me being interviewed. Send it to me, and that'd be really cool. All right. I actually have some stuff to do for the full moon. Oh, wait, Bob's gift. Some stuff to do for the full moon, so I'm going to get off here soon. But Bob also sent me, which we'll get into a little bit later, because I actually haven't even gotten to read it all myself. He sent me a cool information packet, like usual, with some UFO shapes and stuff. Like everyone, well, not everyone. Hey, look, it's me. Most people know that the government has the ability, the knowledge to make these UFOs and, all the other advanced technology. So don't fall for the fake alien invasion. Anyway, my very own astrocartography reading. This is my natal astrology chart. And there's like a ton of information in here. This has the cardology information. There are like some dates that she has gone through, like, and highlighted stuff that might be like more fortunate, stuff that I need to be more cautious about. I don't know where the actual map is, but anyways, I'd like to get into this more in detail with you guys when I have more time and in a different environment. But I'm kind of, it's not like exactly through Mount Shasta, but this is my Mars line. And Mars has to do with like the warrior, And there's just a lot of aspects that is really interesting to see them, that they're actually mapped out in the stars essentially leading to this, and how everything connects. So it's really cool. I'd love to get into this further with you in detail, maybe next week. I'm not sure. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, I got some stuff to do for the full moon, so I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate the time spent with you guys as always, and look forward to catching up with you next time. So take care of yourselves. Have a happy full moon, and love you.